Separation of substances. Many things around us are mixtures of different things. For example, the food we eat is made up of so many different things. So, first of all, what is mixture? Mixtures are made up of two or more substances. Substances can be divided into two groups: pure substances and impure substances or mixtures. Pure substances can be homogeneous, means same properties in a sample, while impure or mixtures may be heterogeneous or homogeneous, different properties in a sample. Example of pure substances is rice. While rice plus milk plus sugar makes kheer, and this is a impure substance or mixture. Pure substances can be divided into elements and compounds, while impure substances can be divided into atoms and molecules. The first question comes: why do we separate substances? We separate substances to get wanted substance and to remove unwanted or harmful food. Then next question comes: why mixtures are separated into their components? For removing harmful substances present in a mixture, for obtaining one or more useful pure substances, for removing undesirable substances from the mixture. Methods of separation. There are various methods of separation like threshing, winnowing, hand picking, sieving, sedimentation and decantation, filtration, evaporation and condensation. The first point is threshing. When crops of food grains such as wheat and rice ripen, they are harvested, and this process is called harvesting. After harvesting, these crops are allowed to dry. Once they get dry, they are divided into small bundles, and these crops have stalks on which grains are attached and covered in a sheath called chaff. The process of separating grains from stalks and chaffs is called threshing. In this process, bundles of dried harvested crops are beaten on hard surface to separate grains stalk. The stalk and chaff are made up of soft material, whereas grains are quite hard. Thus, when they are beaten against the hard surface or a rock, the stalk and chaff are broken down, whereas the grains remain intact. Sometimes animals such as bullocks are also used for this purpose. The second process is winnowing. Winnowing is the process of obtaining grains in a pure form with the help of blowing wind. Then comes hand picking, the method of separating impurities such as stones from grains and pulses by picking out by hand is called hand picking. Sieving is the process when the components of a mixture that are to be separated of different sizes. For example, we sieve flour to separate the undesirable substances. Then comes sedimentation and decantation. Sedimentation is the process of settling down of solid particles present in a solution when the solution is kept still for a long time, while decantation is the process of removing the supernatant from the settled solid at the bottom of container. such that the settled particles are not disturbed. One of the important terms comes loading. During the process of sedimentation, a substance is added to make the lighter suspended particles heavier, and this process is called loading. Filtration is the process of separating an insoluble substance from a liquid by passing it through a filter paper. Evaporation is the process of separating substances dissolved in a liquid by heating, and it is a very slow process. Condensation is the process of cooling gas into liquid. Now talk about solubility. Solubility is the ability of a substance to get dissolved in a liquid. Solution equals solute plus solvent. For example, sugar solution is the example of solution. Sugar is the example of solute, while water is the example of solvent. A solution is a mixture of a solute and solvent, while solute is the substance which dissolves in a solvent is called a solute, and solvent is the substance in which a solute is dissolved. Now, saturated solution and unsaturated solution. Unsaturated solution in which more solute can be dissolved, while saturated solution in which no more solute can be dissolved in the solvent. A saturated solution becomes unsaturated when we increase the temperature of that solution. The solubility of the solute increases with increase in temperature. Now the important question comes, why water is called an universal solvent? Water is called an universal solvent because of the property of dissolving a large number of substances.